nation's health cannot be maintained properly without its own pharmaceutical industry. Up until quite recently, Russia was importing about a third of its medicines from abroad. The sanctions and other events have changed all that, and now gradually Russia is relying on its own pharmaceutical companies. But that doesn't mean to say the market's closed for foreigners. And that's a subject we talked about with Vikram Pounia, the president of the Pharmasyntez company here in Moscow a few days ago. Is your company actually importing pharmaceuticals into Russia, or are you producing them here?
We are a company which is making the drugs here inside the country. We have 5 factories today.
Right.
Yeah, these factories are located from St. Petersburg to the Far East. Mm-hmm. And we do different forms of pharmaceutical, including solid dosage form, infusions, liquids, lyophilized products, and all.
What about the raw materials you need to produce the things, the medicines? They're locally sourced, or you still have to import them?
I think about 90% of the substances are imported at this moment, but things are changing. Things are changing, yeah. And for example, we are investing about $300 million in the next 3-4 years' time to make the substances here in Russia. Mm-hmm. Basically, we are making the drugs to treat serious diseases like HIV, like hepatitis, tuberculosis, oncology diseases, mm-hmm. and autoimmune diseases.
How difficult was it to receive permissions, the necessary legal permissions to be able to do what you do?
Into history like 1999 or 2000, at that time it was very difficult mm-hmm. to get some permission. Things were not very transparent. And there were many problems in getting some permission for starting a new business. Mm-hmm. For the startup, it was difficult really. But I can say that situation has changed totally now. Getting this permission, receiving this permission from the government, if you do the proper documentation, mm-hmm. I don't see any problems in receiving any permission for construction, for clinical trials, for registration of the drugs. Now Russian pharma companies are really doing high-tech products. In 2010, for treatment of HIV, in Russia, around 90+% of the drugs were imported.
Wow.
And today, the situation is such that more than 70% of the products are made in Russia. I see a Russian market as a Russian pharmaceutical market as a fastest growing market in the world. The rate of growing of Russian market is around 13% per year. And one more thing I would like to say is that the level of corruption has gone so down. Right. And things are changing again in this field as well. For more better situation. Russia now is a country of opportunity, I can say.
Next year, the world will be attracted to Moscow stadiums. Russians are preparing to hold one of the largest sporting events in the world. Now, football's always been popular here, but the championships that are about to be held will change the face of this city.
The Soviet-style stadium, Dynamo, has been completely rebuilt, and the new arena has been constructed on the site of the former Tushino airport. Next time on Capital Ideas Live, is there a life after the championship when everyone's gone home?
Thank you very much for watching today's program. I hope you've enjoyed it. Tune in again for next week's instalment. My name's John Harrison.